What's up, people? So we have another aim. Actually, hold on. I want to record sideways. Hey guys, we have a chat with B-Nerd. He's on the other phone. Very cracked phone, but it's still another phone. So we're just gonna put him on the side. He's gonna ask me some questions, and hopefully you can see my face. Whoops. So yeah, do you want to do your announcement? Oh well.
Yeah, let me just do one quick check here to make sure everything's coming through on my side.
Lucky for you, everything was deleted off my phone. There's one battle left because I battled the guy twice, and I want to save it for another upload.
There you go.
Oh jeez, I forgot to shave. I feel like Cousin It.
Funny.
I just don't like I don't like hair on my face.
I understand. It's not for everybody.
Also, I'm wearing a nice t-shirt today. I'm wearing a Pikachu t-shirt.
There you go, you're repping.
No, my t-shirt had like 50 different poses of Pikachu.
Gotta talk about, if you're talking about Pokemon, you gotta be repping. To be looking the part.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second.
I did that because nobody want to see me with a t-shirt. You know, they already did that. Ice Bucket Challenge. I can't believe Philip dropped the bucket the opposite direction. He broke my heart.
What do you mean?
Oh, you never saw the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Oh, that. Yeah, I remember that. The good old days.
So, Bino, while you wait, I'm gonna see if my phone pick up the sound as well. On the camera. You can stay there. Not a big deal. I can just edit the video together because, you know, I'm good at editing.
Well, that makes one of us. Here you go.
So, yeah, we all good?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Alright. You remember the deal. So I'll make my opening announcement and then introduce you, and then it'll just be shooting from the hip from there. Alright, and here we go.
Is it still going to be you at the table?
Absolutely. Always.
Always and forever.
Exactly. Alright, here we go. Everybody, and welcome back to the Captain's Table. I am your host, Captain Beanard, and the topic of discussion today is going to be Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, a complete review and reaction to the brand new games. And here to discuss that with me, returning to the Captain's Table for the second time, of course, we have Wi-Fi battle rival, the infamous Joey Fontaine. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be back. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, today, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about those new Pokemon games, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We're going to pretty much review the games, give our opinions of them, you know, discuss what we liked, what we didn't like, and just kind of the trajectory of Pokemon as a whole. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So, we're going to just jump right into it if you are ready to go. Are you ready, Joey?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool. So, before I get to the actual games, I would be remiss if I didn't take a second to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about my own history with Pokemon and why the Generation 4 video games, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, kind of have a special place for me in the Pokemon universe. So, quick story. I was a Gen 1er back in the day, as we're called now, obviously. That was when I got into Pokemon. Was during the good old days of Gen 1. I was a huge fan. I watched the TV show. I played the card game, the whole 9 yards. Unfortunately, though, I actually never owned a Game Boy, so I could never actually fully play the Pokemon games. So I did borrow Game Boys and Pokemon games from friends and family members of mine, but I only got to play it a little bit. I never actually got to play through the games fully. So, yeah, I was still a big fan, though. I think I might have mentioned that before in a couple other, places, but nonetheless. So then when Pokemon came into Gen 2, kind of started to fall out of it a little bit. basically because they were kind of phasing out the old generation in favor of obviously the new generation, and I wasn't super big fan of Generation 2. I didn't really like how they were phasing Gen 1 out and some of the, directions that they were taking with the franchise, but I still kind of hung in there. I think I hung in there all the way up until beginning of Gen 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and specifically, and I don't know if you could help me out with this or not, Joey, but do you remember the episode back in the old Pokemon anime where Ash gives his Charizard away? Do you remember that?
Yeah, he actually let it. He didn't give it he didn't give it away. He actually left it there to get trained to get better.
Yeah, in the Charizard Valley or whatever.
And he came back in the movie. The movie does nothing related. And he came back to save him in the movie.
Yes.
Pokemon 3.
Yeah. Right. So around then was the time that I kind of gave up on Pokemon. I was like, I was just so excuse me.
You okay?
I'm actually getting over being sick right now, so you might hear some weird noises coming out of me, but don't be alarmed.
Don't worry, I can put some noise in so you don't have. I'm kidding. I'm leaving it.
Big noise. Gotcha. So that was right around the time that I kind of called it quits, because one of the big things was I was really frustrated with Ash as a main character. I think he's the worst main character of any anime series ever.
Yeah, his Halucha is his Noivern is very bad set.
Well, yeah, not only that, but just this is so. And all things considered, he's the worst character. So that was when I kind of got out of Pokemon. Was like in the beginning of Generation 3. I stopped watching the show. I didn't really get rid of my card collection. I just stopped collecting. Still have them actually somewhere in a drawer.
Just somewhere.
Yeah, those things are worth money now.
Well, Beano, anyway. if you want to talk about your Pokemon cards, that's another video for another time.
I was gonna say, no, I'm not gonna talk about them. That's definitely a subject for another day. But nonetheless, so that was, and I was kind of like growing out of Pokemon almost, or so I thought at that point in my life. So right in the beginning of Gen 3 was when I kind of quit Pokemon, and I was out for pretty much the entirety of Gen 3, and I came back right in the beginning of Gen 4. The video game, so I didn't really watch the anime. I watched it like very sparsely. I didn't really collect or play the card game at all anymore, but I played the video games because I got myself Nintendo DS and I got myself a copy of Pokemon Pearl back in 2008. I think it was the end of 2008 or something like that.
Back in those days, I could buy both games. The game was like 40 or something like that.
Yes.
And now it's unlocked. It's like double that.
I was gonna say they before they juiced people for Pokemon games, but yeah. So that was when I came back to Pokemon. Pearl was the first Pokemon game that I actually owned myself. So Generation 4 holds a special place in my heart, and I just wanted to preface our critique of this game by saying that I'm definitely going to be a little biased toward the positive side of Generation 4 because that's my history with Pokemon and my history with the game. So I just wanted to take a second to let you all know about that and let you know that you might not get the most unbiased of opinions from me because of my history. So, but yeah, that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. My history and the rest is history. Yeah, that was Generation 4 for me. As it got me back into Pokemon. It got me was the first game I ever actually owned myself. And yeah, so it was a great time. I know that Generation 4 is one of those generations that kind of has mixed reviews from the fans. Like, it's usually not ranked at toward the bottom of the list. It usually falls somewhere in the middle of the pack, I would say, as a general rule of thumb from the fans. Like, some people like it a lot, some people don't like it a lot. So it kind of falls in the middle of the pack of all the generations as far as fan reviews go, but it definitely falls toward more like the top of the middle or the bottom of the top for me, just because it holds that special place for me history with the Pokemon franchise. But I don't know if you want to weigh in, Joey, and tell me how kind of historically you felt about Generation 4 Diamond and Pearl, like when the original games came out? Like, how did you receive them? What did you think of them?
I enjoyed the regular games, but I feel bad for this game. They have underground, but they don't. I don't know. In the old games, we actually had access to battle other people with trainers. Like they have secret bases, so you use secret power, and you can create bases. And the old games, you actually can battle around people that has Pokemon at the time. They didn't have that in the updated versions for some reason. The secret base you get is just puts trophies now. That has nothing to do with the original.
Yeah, that is one change, and I guess you could view that as kind of a negative about this game, which we'll definitely talk about. But for some reason, they kind of like downgraded the viability of the secret bases on this game as opposed to the original, which was kind of interesting because they made so many other upgrades in so many other areas in the game, like the Romanos Park, for example, as opposed to the PAL Park it was in the original game, I think. Or there you could just like catch like ported Pokemon from previous games, where now you can actually go out and catch legendaries in Romanos Park, which is a big
that's
upgrade.
hard. Also, getting legendaries is hard.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but there's a lot of for the most part they made a lot of upgrades, or even like the fact that you can encounter so many different Pokemon in the underground now, as opposed to pretty much the whole Grand Underground is massively upgraded, except for just that one thing about the secret bases, which is kind of interesting. But
you get a secret base and you get a room and puts trophies. That's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, but yeah, so I guess that's a good segue into talking about the actual games.
I played both copies because I'm one of those kids who bought both of them.
Yeah.
Me, I like buying both copies of the game. When I bought Black 2 and White 2, so I bought both copies of the game because I want to experiment both areas. I didn't know that you can actually do both areas in different time of day. Whoops. In one game, you actually can do, there's a place you can actually time travel or something like that. Forgot what you do. You can actually, you know how this is a different game. We're talking about this. So Diamond Pro, I played both games because I bought them both. And, I enjoyed both the games. It's just like, I bought multiple copies because at the time, Jennings wasn't there. And it's not easy to find a game shop at any stores because, it's kind of ruined. I bought mine online.
Through the Action Replay days, right?
Yeah. Oh, Game Shark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game Shark, Action Replay, they have so many names. Power Save is one of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Power Save. Yep, I remember that. So,
I actually have my Power Save, but I don't have my, I lost my code. You need your SIM code for the box.
I was gonna say I might even still have my old Power Save because I got one of those. That was more in the Platinum days though. So after that wasn't when I was playing Diamond Pearl. That was more a little bit after that with Platinum and Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
On Platinum, I was still in train those Pokemon and make them shiny. There's a catch cheat. But when you do that, the battle ends and you don't get money, but you get the Pokemon.
I remember that catching the trainer's Pokemon cheat. I remember that one. Yeah, there were a lot of fun cheats back in the day. Anywho, that's I think it sounds like we both had a good time with Gen 4, the initial Gen 4 games. There were some drawbacks, I will say. I think. One biggest drawback, or my one biggest complaint of the original Generation 4 games, was that the text speed just felt like it was so slow, like there was so much dialogue in the cutscenes of the story mode of the game, and also the health bars, man.
Yeah, that took forever. Imagine you're trying to kill a Chansey. It took a clean 5 minutes.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
But they updated. That is like good to know. They updated in this game.
Yes, I was so relieved when I started playing the remakes and I saw that you could make the text speed go a lot faster.
I'll put mine on the max the first day. If you saw my stream, I put it max. I'm like, hell no.
No,
The
no,
bad
no,
news, do you when you do battles or when you save the game, they go to the urine room. The bad news about that is when you save the game slowly, the dialogue goes so slow, but it saves fast. Like, bro, who did that? They gotta fix that.
Yeah, definitely.
When you save a game, so that I can actually I have my switch right here. So let me, it'll be in opposite direction. So when I save the game here, guys, I think they hopefully
My fans won't be able to see you, but your fans will since you're on live.
I'm on video. So when you click save, hopefully I click it in the right way. There's also, when I go to urine room, let me go to urine room. So I'm gonna make sure I click the right button. LOL, it's upside down.
Right.
So I just cancel. I clicked the wrong button because I'm holding it upside down. So okay, I clicked B button. So
Gotcha.
So if I click this, let me show it. It's upside down, but the whole point it lag.
Yeah, and
There's
that
a
is
lag.
definitely something they could stand to fix. I will say I am
It's
super
in
relieved.
progress, and like, bro, it lags a little bit, but that's not really a big deal as long as it goes online.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing compared to what it was, and I will say I was so relieved to find out that they fixed those issues with the remakes, because that was just horrible having this sit there with those health bars and that dialogue
In this one it's still a long dialogue, but you can actually skip it easier.
I was gonna say it skips easier and it goes faster, which is enough for me. So, but yeah. Anyway, on to the gameplay though. I will say it was, it's a remake, so you're gonna see just about the same thing as far as that goes as you did before in the original. So obviously, I love the gameplay back then. I love the gameplay right now as far as these games go. Very fun story mode to play through. Very enthralling. I don't really have too much bad to say about it, honestly. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed just the way the whole story mode plays out in this game. So I don't know. How do you feel about that?
So one thing I can't stand if you watch my video is me getting stuck in the menu. I'm searching out my Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I always get stuck in the move slot. In the main game, they brought back the access to check your move damage, so you can click the move and find out the damage and all that. So I don't know why they have extra of that, because when you're looking at a move, so I can actually show on my search. I don't think people want to see it. You actually get stuck in the move when you try to select your mon, and we have a 20-minute timer.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the negatives that we come to when we're talking about the negatives of this game.
Me getting, if you saw my videos, is anybody here, well, my channel obviously, I don't know about your viewers, but people who watch my channel, they probably get me frustrated just by the menu, because I'm trying to switch out, and the switch is delicate, so when you click one direction, anywhere, with the stick here, this is how I check my moves, I'm showing the camera basically my switch, so we know so, you get stuck in the move slot on the side for some odd reason, but you can also check it in the front if you want to check the damage.
Yeah, I have had that issue when I'm trying to look at Pokemon. Yeah, like the stick is kind of touchy. Like that's why I started using the D-pad again on my controller, because on my Switch.
I have a Switch Lite, so I got the limited edition. So I have the Pokemon one, and I need to buy a new one. This is old. Still works though, but I want one for my TV so I can start recording from my TV.
Gotcha. Yeah,
you saw my Smash videos?
Yeah.
Those Smash videos are amazing. I like the quality of the Smash videos.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that is definitely one little bug that I don't know why that's like that, but that is something, and it comes into play too, kind of like when you're mining in the Grand Underground and you're digging for treasures or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to waste time, by the way.
Also, repairs, max repairs, super repairs, whatever you use that. Tic Tac. Well, I don't think I do down. I don't in the repairs work down because Pokemon is viewed to you.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, but I'm just talking about when you're mining for treasures. But
yeah, you hit too hard.
Touchiness of the stick comes into play when you're doing that as well. So yeah, I'm not really sure why that's like that, but yeah, it's definitely a negative. But that's something I can kind of live with. You know, it's just one of those things that it's a pain in the butt, but it's like it's not a deal breaker. Yeah, so I will say. The other thing I really like about this game, moving on, is I like how they carried over a lot of the what they call the quality of life improvements from Sword and Shield to this game, to the remake here. So they carried over like the mints that you can use to change the natures of the Pokemon.
I like that.
The bottle caps that you can use to fix the IVs, although you still have to be level 100 to do that, obviously.
Ability patch, but it costs 200 battle points. Who has that?
I was just gonna say, ability patch is a great item. It costs way too much. It's too much grinding to get them. But yeah, so I like how they carried over all of that stuff. But again, I do have one small complaint about that, and that is also that they didn't carry over one item that I think was a huge game changer as far as a convenience. Sword and Shield, and that was the XP candies. I miss those already. Miss them a whole lot because those kind of go hand in hand with leveling up your Pokemon quickly to get to level 100 so that you can then use your bottle caps to fix their IVs if you need to. But without the XP candies, all you have is rare candies, and those are kind of few and far between.
Hard to get as well.
And of course, they cost 20 battle points at the tower. So yeah, that I wasn't a fan of the fact that they, like, of all the items that they chose not to bring over, they chose not to bring that one over, and I didn't like that. But I am still glad that they brought all those other items over, Sword and Shield.
All right.
So,
yeah, I'm gonna miss the real candies. They come in handy. Not real candy. The one you just mentioned.
XP candies?
Yeah, experience candies. Those come in handy. You get.
Oh yeah.
They could do that. They could give us when we catch Pokemon on the ground. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, they
like
could
get a reward for catching Pokemon on the ground.
Yeah, they could integrate it. Although I'll say, yeah. So as far as that goes, I will say, I'm pretty happy actually with the way they did that. As you could find like rare Pokemon underground like relatively easily. So I'm pretty happy with that. Like you can find all the starters from all the generations and a whole bunch of other neat stuff in those Pokemon hideouts in the Grand Underground. So I really like, going back to the Grand Underground because that was like kind of a big feature of Generation 4. I really like the way that they overhauled the Grand Underground and they made it, like, aside from the secret base thing, they made it so much better and they made it so much
you might say besides from the secret base. Damn, I might say, no, I hate that place.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I was never a huge fan of the secret base to begin with, and now it's just pointless because it's just got statues in it.
Yeah, the old one is actually, you get the battle people that you had on your account, or you had, like, the Wi-Fi wasn't that big back. It just started on the Wi-Fi. So, it, like, secret base before, because I bought somebody's game and they left the fire. Yay. I got some Pokemon in it. I was going around buying games for Pokemon. That's about it.
Gotcha.
So, the secret base before, actually, you can re-battle the trainers inside the secret base. So, people you have on your account, or you had it before, because, games change switches a lot. I mean, not switches, the old
DS.
Yeah, DS. So you can still battle the people that you have in your secret base.
Yes. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
But they didn't add that, sadly enough.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I guess I can understand why they did that, because in the new games, like, obviously the whole Wi-Fi mechanic has been completely overhauled, so it's like, I get that. Yeah, I'm super happy with what they did in terms of with the Pokemon Underground and all that kind of stuff.
B-Nerd, they should actually give us the other mechanics for online, like PSS settings. I missed that.
Yeah, that would be...
That like the best one they made, because you can access it on... you can battle people close to you offline, and they be near you with the heads. And then you online, you can battle people like in different friend zones. The heads of the people that your avatar you choose is side by side. Oh, you have acquaintances people that you battled recently before, bro. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was neat. That was a neat feature.
Also,
I will be honest, I haven't really explored the online functions of this game too much. I've been grinding a lot since I beat the game and doing the post game stuff. So I haven't really done much as far as like the Wi-Fi on this generation as of yet. Though, but yeah, I think it's not terrible. It doesn't look bad, but I think in my experience with Nintendo, their Wi-Fi always leaves something to be desired. I'll say that. Their online interface in general always leaves something to be desired. But anyway, but I'm pretty happy with all that, all in all.
I wasn't a big fan of the bubble heads.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because that is something I wanted to mention. So, graphics on this game, I'm actually, like, aside from the whole bobblehead avatar thing, I actually like the graphics on this game a lot. I think they're really good.
Better than Sword and Shield, thank you. A lot better.
Everything looks really nice, but I don't understand why they have the bobblehead avatars. I really don't. Like, to me, that's just so stupid. It's so pointless. Like, it kind of like, it's like everything else is very well done. Then for some reason they just go and do that, and I don't.
They got lazy. What do you want me to? They got lazy.
I guess, but it's like it's the most important part. Like the character, or maybe not the most important part. That would be the Pokemon themselves.
Yes.
And, like avatars, like I don't know. I think it's like a style that they're going for, and like it doesn't work for me, I guess. But again, that's kind of a minor thing in the grand scheme of the game. That's kind of a minor thing, but it's still a little dumb. Like I know that's one thing that this game has gotten smacked for people who are criticizing it. That's one of the top criticisms. So
no, number one is the 20-minute timer.
Right, so that's another thing, and I guess it's a good time to talk about it now.
Do you have a list, Bino, do you have a list of ins you want to talk about? We can wait. We don't have to be exactly what I'm bringing up.
Oh, no. I'm not going in any particular order here. I'm just kind of like shooting from the hip, as I say.
Alright, that's fine. So, yeah.
Yeah, just following the conversation as it flows. That's what we do here at the captain's table. So, lots of tangents. The 20-minute timer. So here's the thing. I haven't really done any Wi-Fi battling on BDSP yet. I will be getting into that shortly. But you know that they carried the 20-minute timer over from Sword and Shield. I am very unhappy about that. That's probably, and I know right now it's not a big thing for me because I haven't really Wi-Fi battled yet on those games, but I know it's going to be a big thing as soon as I start to Wi-Fi battle. But here's the deal. On Sword and Shield, decided to make the timer 20 minutes. The action timer is 1 minute. I don't have an issue with that. The total game timer is 20 minutes. That's a problem because that is not nearly enough time for two players who play even a reasonably paced game. Like, you know as well as I do, Joey, that there's been many of our games that have ended via timer, like on Sword and Shield.
Yeah, that's why I tell you I can't battle you anymore. I'm sorry. Nothing to you. And like every battle we go to timer, and based on the Pokemon I have left, if one of us have a good streak going, we're building up to that point. And our team wasn't that fat. We didn't bring Chansey, Blessy, Clefable, whatever.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing that annoys me about the 20-minute timer is that neither of us are even playing stall when this happens. Like, this is just a regular pace game that we're going, and half the time it ends with a timer, which just sucks. So, so that's probably going to be my biggest grievance about this game, which was, I believe, one of that plus the limited Pokedex was my biggest grievance about Sword and Shield. So yeah, that's going to be trouble brewing. But speaking of the Pokedex, I'm sure you all know that we're back to limited Pokedex of a different variety on these on the Diamond and Pearl remakes, because we only have access as of now to generations 1 through 4. So everything that was released as of the original Diamond and Pearl, we have access to on the Diamond and Pearl remakes, which is only, as of right now, it's about a little under 500 Pokemon out of 900 Pokemon.
493, because, well, I think 492 because we don't have Darkrai, or we don't have access to legendaries. We don't have Celebi, Darkrai, Arceus, and Shaman, unless you hacked the game or did the glitches. I didn't do that because I don't want to mess up my game. But, so, yeah, you can't have those 4, I believe, I mentioned. But other than that, you have the full Pokedex.
Yeah, but even granted that, we do still have the full Pokedex gens 1 through 4, which is nice. We don't have anything beyond that, which is kind of not nice. So here I will say, I kind of called this a while ago because, obviously with way that they handled Sword and Shield with the limited Pokedex that we had in that, I think after the expansion pass, we were at maybe 600 to 650 Pokemon, something like that. Sword and Shield, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. So in this game, we have 493, something like that. So I don't know, and I don't know if you know or not. And I don't know if they've made any announcements about this. To my knowledge, they haven't.
They're pretty sure they're gonna put the DLC out. It worked last time, and when Nintendo is the one, they want money.
Right. So that's what I was gonna say and I kind of called this immediately, and
I called it before the game came out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I called it when the game was announced. There might be a video of me saying this somewhere. I hope there is. Hope there is. That'll prove I'm right. I did call it. I was like, I bet what they're going to do is they're going to make it so you only have access to gens 1 through 4 in the remake, because technically that's all you had at that point. The original Diamond and Pearl came out. And then they're probably going to do a DLC to introduce not all, but some of the generations 5 through 8 Pokemon after that.
Yeah,
more than likely.
What is it? In Sword and Shield, we didn't have access to every single Pokemon.
No. That's why I was saying we only had about 2/3 of all Pokemon by the time Sword and Shield was over. So we'll probably get hopefully around that same amount. I'm guessing we'll probably get another $30 DLC split into 2 parts, like they did with Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. So have mixed feelings about that as well, because on the one hand it's cool that they're going to give us more than likely they're going to give us more Pokemon. Probably within the next couple months we'll get an announcement about that. But the other thing is I feel juiced because they're going to shake me down for another $30 or whatever it is, like they did with the Isle of Armor Crown Tundra, which was a complete rip-off as far as money goes.
I find it wasn't enough content and not enough battering. You only get to see the Pokemon. If you saw it, I actually live streamed both DLCs.
I didn't see that.
So it was it basically you do a fetch quest.
That's pretty much what they were. Is they were just the glorified fetch quests that were an excuse to bring back a bunch of Pokemon that they didn't have in the game prior.
You had to go get an item for a psychic type that can just teleport there. It makes you go all the way down there to get an item.
Yeah, you're talking about the Crown Tundra, I believe.
Yes, it's the most boring, tedious thing ever.
Yeah, it was not great, and so here's the thing: if that DLC would have been free, no problem. But if you're telling me I had to pay $30 for that, then that's a problem for me. That's just because that means that, not to get into the whole monetary value of Pokemon, but that brings me to this point: is that back in the day you paid $40 for your DS game and you were good to go, right? Now you're paying $60 for your Switch game, so you're going to pay an extra $30 for the DLC. So you're up to almost $100. Everything's all said and done.
Down here the game is $80 plus tax.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're in Canada.
For some reason they don't like Canada, so they overprice here. It's $79.99 plus tax equal to $91.97.
I think that's because of the conversion rate. Because I think the Canadian dollar is worth about only 3/4 of what the American dollar is worth. So in other words, like my $1 American dollar is worth like $1.25 Canadian.
Also, I'm in Quebec. So if you don't know, Quebec has 2 taxes.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
So if you go to Ontario, they have 1 tax. So anything out there is less price, even though if you pay the same price down here. So Quebec has 2 taxes.
Yeah, no, I have been to Ontario. My brother actually lives there.
Oh, lucky you! Let me know if you're ever in Ontario. I'll come down there.
Yes. So. But yeah, no, that sucks. The 2 taxes. That's
that way it from $80 to $91.97. So it's 1 cent to $80. So that is a lot of tax right there.
It's a lot of money to play Pokemon. I'll tell you, it really is.
I'm not big. Also for money grabbing, they also make us pay for online service.
I was gonna say that's the other thing is it used to be free to go online. Now it's like $20 a year, which is not terrible, but it's still like whenever you're going from paying $0 for something to paying that much for something, it's always gonna like sting a little bit.
Well, keep in mind I have to pay for online service, a new game, a Switch. If I'm new to the game, I have to buy a Switch. This is why I bought the Lite, because the Lite was $300, and also I had the chance. I pre-order it.
Yeah.
Basically, I had a Switch in my house for 1 week until the game came out. That was in the box.
Gotcha.
It was so awkward. Like, okay, I have that there.
I gotcha. So, but yeah, I mean, it is definitely Pokemon. I think might have been one of the last franchises to do this, but yeah, it has definitely gotten to a point. And I know I've mentioned this before, but it does bear repeating. That it just it does feel like you're just getting juiced anymore as far as being a Pokemon player or fan or whatever. It just kind of is what it is. I mean, we got to.
It's a company that makes money. They won't deny making money.
Oh no, not at all. Which is why I do. If we're speculating as to the future of Pokemon at this point, I would definitely say you're more than likely going to get a DLC for these games. At least one. Maybe it'll be a 2-part again. It'll probably cost the same amount. And,
well, I'm fine with that, as long as they give us more things to do in the game. I wish they give us Battle Frontier.
Yeah, they probably will, honestly.
Also, the Battle Tower is just complete the A-word. I don't want to swear on your channel.
I don't care.
Alright, so if you did the Battle Tower, I did it. It was tedious. Basically, you battle 7 people and you get 3 points. Used to be you get it for each person. You get like a decent amount of points or 1, and then you eventually build up. Now they ruin to get an item. It's gonna take forever.
Just gonna say they really cheese you on the points now, like because it used to be like 1 or 2 points per victory in the battle tower to get.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
To get good items, and now you get like 3 BP for a set of 7 wins. Like
that is a waste of my time. I might as well just gen it. I'm sorry. I know, Bino, do you like breeding your Pokemon? But even my friend, he's a YouTuber. He said that he's prefer just genning the Pokemon because it's not easy to get items. Also, to get the points to get the items, basically.
Yep. So this is where I feel like if we're doing critiques as well, this is where I feel like they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot because on the one hand, want to crack down on people who are genners, who are hackers. On the other hand, they want to make it so difficult for people to do things the legitimate way. It's like that's one thing I will say that I appreciated about Sword and Shield is that they did make it easier. Granted, it was still a grind, they made it easier for you to grind to do everything legitimately on Sword and Shield. With the XP candies and the whole 9 yards and the max raid battles.
Yeah.
Now with Diamond and Pearl remakes, granted they're still really good games, but if you want to make competitive Pokemon legitimately,
it's gonna take forever.
Exactly, and that's a problem. I think that is a problem for me.
Not counting the time you want to breed it, get IVs, EVs. It's gonna take way too long to make one Pokemon that you want. Then you have to try to make a team that work with you. Oh my god.
Yes.
And I actually, B-Nerd, I actually used to breed my Pokemon. I actually give a lot of Pokemon out. I bred, I bred over 30, Gables and a lot of Charmanders. So, I was breeding it because, my friend, he helps me, he gens besides the bots. So, I'm not giving out anybody's names. So, he helped me get some Pokemon, and what I did is, I used them to breed them and give out the Pokemon with 6 IVs. Oh, 5 IV, whatever they want. In the proper, breeding, nature and whatnot. So, basically, I got Pokemon from him, and then I get random Pokemon, so my teams are very... If you saw my first battle with my Sword and Shield, I had a Espeon and a bad Gliscor set. It was so... it was so awkward.
So, that's why it's, and I guess this is a good time for me to mention that it's definitely going to take me longer, a little bit longer to roll out the SP Wi-Fi battles on my channel than I had anticipated, because I was hoping that all of the quality of life upgrades that they had come out with on Sword and Shield they would carry to this game. Fortunately, well, they did carry most of them over, and I am appreciative of that. At the same time, they didn't carry quite all of them over, which means that it is definitely going to be a little bit more of a grind to get competitive Pokemon than I thought it would be.
B-Node, okay, I wait till you're done. Are you done or not yet?
I'll go for it.
So, what I don't get about the Battle Tower, back to the Battle Tower, because we're still grinding, it's still in the same topic, somewhat.
Yeah.
So, I don't get why Nintendo did 3 versus 7. I know, if you don't know this, but the beginning is easy. Oh, hold on, he's choking.
No, I'm good. Yeah, the
beginning of the first people are easy. They use 4 stages, but I don't mind that. That's not that bad. But 3 points? Well, seriously. But I'm just saying that, just hypothetically, if they bring back the same in before, it's like 1-2 points for each person, that would give enough points to get, an item at least. But even for Nintendo to make money, they don't make money off people torturing themselves trying to get one item in the game. Like the Battle Tower, they should they should update it in the DLC if they bring one.
Yeah, that would be nice. If they would. So as far as DLC goes, if we're talking about things we want, I would definitely like them to update that and maybe make like the rare candy cost a little less. Although I doubt they're going to do it, because the rare candy is the only item that you can use to level up Pokemon, so that costs a little bit less in the Battle Tower, and then if you made more points per victory in the Battle Tower, then that would be a little more manageable. That would be okay. I would also really like, going back to the timer thing, I would really like to see, this is another thing, like, you really wouldn't have to give us that much more time on the timer to make it work. Like, even if they gave us an extra 5 minutes, that would make so much of a difference in these
a lot of people
battles.
ask for at least 30 minutes. Or like in the middle of 30 minutes or 20 minutes, like you said 5 minutes. No, well, 20 minutes is it. So a lot of people ask if they can actually do 30 minutes instead of the full hour, because people have time, people have lives, so they're not going to stay on one battle for an hour.
Right. Yeah, so I honestly, so that's the thing, that I was really okay with them cutting the hour timer down, because I thought that was way too long. That was unnecessarily long. So I don't have a problem with them getting rid of the hour time limit. Give us bare minimum 25 minutes. A half hour would be perfect, honestly. If they just change the game timer from 20 minutes to 30 minutes, that would be absolutely perfect for me.
Also, they shouldn't add the timer for the moves being used as well, because some moves take, even with the updates, some moves take forever. At least they to be noticed now, the weather does not take 10 years to go away.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But I do agree with you that the battle animations and all that kind of stuff, that's eating the timer. So yeah, that's just another detriment to the timer. And I'll say, like, I know we're talking about a lot of negatives right now with the game, but I think in my mind most of these are just kind of like nitpicks, because overall I think this is a very solid game. These remakes are very well done.
The graphics are amazing except for the bobbleheads.
Exactly.
I don't see pixels when I was walking around in Sword and Shield.
Exactly. So, and all that is great. I don't understand. I like the whole timer thing. Like I think the reason I'm stuck on that is because I just don't get why. Like I don't get why company feels the need to enforce such a low timer on battles. You know, like there's no reason for it. You know?
Even because of COVID-19, people work from home. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
You okay? So
I'm
even
good.
some people might excuse for the COVID-19 because it's 2 years already or something like that. But
Almost,
people
yeah.
at Nintendo, there's like 1,000 people who work at Nintendo. I don't know exactly the count. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So most people are either working at home or inside a cubicle.
Yeah.
So because in the office, there's a lot of Game Freak, Nintendo, and all that. So when Nintendo is actually the company for the Switch, basically, but Game Freak is the for the Pokemon game. Right. So yeah, and Konami is the guy who the company as well. So it like
Suda.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me stop saying yeah. So basically, they shouldn't blame. Nobody should be blaming the virus because people either working from home. We saw the guy who got fired. He actually, Nintendo was so funny. The guy was Spanish.
No, I didn't hear about that.
No, it was a video on it. It was, because he got Dynamax, and he the one who did the Dynamax. It was his idea.
They fired him?
Yeah, and he got fired. I don't think they're gonna bring back Dynamax. Thank God, that thing was broken.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Dynamax.
He also mentioned that Z moves and Z moves and Megas took about 6 years or some of that.
Yeah.
To make, but yeah, that is the different game.
To develop those mechanics took a long time. Wow.
So
cool.
Yeah, well, it took a while. It's.
Yeah.
But yeah,
cool.
The animation. I wish they let's go back to this game. So yeah, the graphics for this game is actually good. I just not a big fan of the menu. I get stuck in it a lot.
Yeah.
And then like you said, in my opinion, the underground is good except for the whatever they call it for the secret base.
Right.
But the good news about secret base is if you can't find yours, you actually can reopen it and it would be the same aim. Like you have your trophies in it because I have a bunch of shiny trophies.
I was gonna say, now that you mention it, I do remember having that issue on the original games. Is that like I would make a secret base and I'd be like, ah, shit, where is it? You know,
Yeah.
like I get forget where it is, and then it's just gone.
They should actually give you access to on the map, like a little symbol for the secret base.
Right.
Like I couldn't find my secret base because the underground is huge. Like where did I put it? So I had to buy another piece, another into digger. That's kind of funny. You have to buy them.
Yes.
You can't just have them. You have to buy it from somebody.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty cheap. The digger drills, right?
Yeah,
they're pretty cheap.
A hint in the original is a key item.
Yes. Yeah.
You use secret power, but I don't know if that even in this game.
I haven't seen it, so it might not be.
Well, I can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, well, of course.
So I think it used to be a key item, so it was better back in the days. I don't know why they make sure you have to buy it. You have to find somebody, and then you have to buy a digger. And, it's cheap and that's just not an excuse.
Yeah. I mean, so that's the weird thing about this game that I will say is, on the one hand, make so many quality of life upgrades / like bring them in Sword and Shield, and then in the other breath they kind of make make like these decisions that kind of make things like difficult in other ways, but it's just like it doesn't really make any sense like why they would do that, you know?
True.
So it's
weird. Oh, okay. Wait till you're done talking the same. I want to change topics, but if you want, we always gonna go back and forth, guys. Just letting you know.
Of course. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say it's just to finish that thought is it is just weird how they make things easier on one area and one side, but then they make things more difficult on another area and other side. So, but yeah, go ahead if you want to.
So yeah,
go for it.
What are your opinions on rechallenging trainers and gym leaders? Oh, you haven't do that yet.
So, versus Seeker and the secondary battles. So, I will say I think that's tedious, but it is kind of like a necessary evil almost because let's face it, when you're in the post game, you need money. You need money for a lot of things, and the best way that you can get money is to go to, I think it's Route
112. I tell you, I send you the picture.
Yep.
There's an old couple that you battle them. You battle them twice, and they Pokemon level 60. The first one is this Chatot, and the other one is I forgot the other one is, but they give you a lot of money. What?
It's the old people with the Chatot and the Rosalia on 212.
Yes.
You beat them up.
You beat
those
them.
old people.
The way you said it,
and
you beat them up.
Money.
Yeah, we out here picking on old people.
Yeah, exactly.
For money.
That is, if you guys didn't know that, that's the fastest way to farm money. Go to Route 212 and find the old people and keep rematching.
I sent you a screenshot before you got your game because you bought your game a little late.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I've used that little hack. You want to call it that?
Not a hack. It's just like a. I don't know if it's in the original because I don't. In the original, I didn't grind for money.
Neither did I, so I don't remember if it was or not. I think it was. It have been, but I don't really remember. Oh yeah, have your Pokemon hold the amulet coin too.
Yeah, you get $26,000 or something like that.
Yeah, no,
that's a lot of cheddar.
16.
That is a lot of cheddar.
Absolutely, yes. So that is a huge. And there's a lot of cool little things like that in the game that you can do. Obviously, I think every Pokemon game has its own set of those.
What I didn't like is did you play Platinum or no?
Platinum, oh yeah, I loved Platinum.
So Platinum is almost the same as this game, but upgraded. And Platinum, you actually, if you had enough money, do you know? Remember, I don't know if you make it to the resort area. Do you make it there or no?
I'm there. Yep.
So the house there, you actually in Platinum, you actually can buy it. So you actually can own a house.
Or you can buy the house.
Well, in Platinum, you actually own it. You actually can buy it and then you fix it up, basically.
I don't remember that actually. Interesting.
So now you have to have a max contest to actually get in it.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. It's the what's it called? The ribbon club or
something like that. In the Platinum version, you actually had access to buy it because it was just there.
Okay, I didn't remember that, but yeah, I remember there were a bunch of like really expensive ribbons you could buy there.
Yeah, now you have to you only way to get access if you have a Pokemon that has max on the ribbon.
Yeah,
they kick you out when you walk in. They say get out.
Win all those Pokemon contests in Heart Home City.
At least they didn't do it 3 times longer like the old games. They it's like it turned into a what is it? Musical. Basically, you click a button, it's like a doll here, and you hit one strings basically.
Right. Yeah. No. I'm glad that they again, like in the interest of time, and it seems that they've something that they learned their lesson from on the first game is not making things take unnecessary amounts of time.
I guess they watched honest trailers.
Yes, they must have. So, yeah, no, that's a good thing. The whole, I guess, if we're talking about like little things with this game, like the whole poffin cooking thing.
I didn't bother doing that.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of less. It is, kind of cute a little bit. it's just it's a kind of, I guess, fun yet unnecessary part of the game. So it is what it is.
What I want to try to see if they bring back contest ribbons. I don't know if you saw any of my old OS battles. I've been on YouTube too long. I've been on YouTube way too long. Yeah. So yeah, I play OS a lot. So when you have a master ribbon, basically when you have all ribbons cleared, you get a master ribbon and it shines.
Yes.
If you want, I can show you a picture after, B-Nerd.
Or yeah, you can send it over. You remember, just out of curiosity, I want to make sure that I'm remembering this. Wasn't it on the original Diamond and Pearl? Wasn't that the game that you used to be able to shine your badges in the badge case?
Yes, they brought that back in this game as well.
Can you shine them still?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. I didn't figure out how to do that then, I guess.
No, you have to click what your name is, and you click over and the screen flip, and it open the badges.
Hey, but what do you do to shine them though?
Use your fingers. You dirty the screen with your fingers.
That's funny.
They don't have this unless you have a old stick, if it works.
Nice. And I'll have to check that out. But I do remember that. That was like one of the first things that I remembered when I when I got my first badge when I was playing the story mode. It was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the game that you could like shine the badges, and then if you didn't shine them, they would get like dusty and shit.
Yeah.
It's funny. So yeah, I gotta check that out. Gotta give that a look. But,
so
yeah,
with Sword and Shield, at least they didn't bring it back. What they didn't bring back is picking up food off the ground and making food with it. That's disgusting. You literally find food on the ground, like sweet potatoes, and then you make food with it. You literally find garbage and eat it.
Yeah, we definitely don't need that. That's for sure. Yeah, I think overall, I think they did a lot right this game.
Hold on. You okay?
Yeah.
What about re-challenging? You can actually rebattle trainers. Gym leaders. My bad.
Oh yeah, I'm happy.
But the bad news about gym leaders, I wish you have easy access to them, and instead of doing the tedious puzzle again.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I got annoyed when I first went back to rematch the gym leaders, because being able to rematch the gym leaders is great when you're trying to grind for XP for your Pokemon post game. It's annoying that for most of them, you have to like resolve the puzzles again to like get to them, which is especially the ice one. I gave up on that one actually, because that one's annoying as hell.
There's actually a glitch. You hug the side and you actually go up. Apparently.
I saw that, but I can't get it to work on my game for whatever. I'm not. See, I don't know what it is with me, but every time I try to make those glitches work for myself, like I'll see YouTube videos about people doing them, and it'll look so easy, and then I'll go to do it, and I won't be able to get it to work, and I'll get mad at it and just quit. So.
But I wish in the old games, they did it in Emerald, not the old games. They allowed when you beat the Elite Four, everything is like done. Like when you open the puzzle, and when you're done the puzzle, basically everything stays open, even in the old games. I don't know why they make us more tedious. That's extra. Maybe somebody from Game Freak got lazy? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't get the point behind that. It's annoying. Speaking of the Elite Four, though, I will say that I like how in this game, and this is kind of a trend that they've been doing with the last few Pokemon games, is I like how they update like what the Elite Four like say and do, and like how they act and how they treat you, like how everybody acts and talks to you like, after you become the champion of the region.
Also, it gets harder in the EV trained Pokemon.
Exactly. Yeah, I noticed that. Like, I'll tell you, like you're gonna have a rough time with the Elite Four, especially like when you're going back to try and run them for money and experience.
I stick with the couples.
Yeah. So. But I like how they updated it for that, and I also like how they update the dialogue, because like one of the annoying things of the older Pokemon games,
since the dialogue it was so long.
Yeah, like, well, not only that, but like you would go in there like as the champion, and then they'd be like, "Oh, you want to challenge me to try to become the champion?" And it's like,
funny.
I already did that, so like, what are you talking about? You know, so like, I'm glad that they in the last few games they've changed that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had
Yeah,
to
it's
get a
just
drink,
whole
so
thing.
talking so much. So yeah, I'm back. I can still hear you though.
Problem. Yeah, no, I've been going through 'em myself actually. But yeah, so I don't
So
know that
yeah,
I
the bad
really
news about that is because you have no EV trained Pokemon at all. You have random I'm
rough.
gonna say crap.
Yes.
So
As good as,
when you try to beat at least the four Elite Four doesn't have fully max EVs. Cynthia has max everything.
yeah.
Garchomp
These
is
are
like the broken moveset ever. I got swept by Garchomp. Because I have no EVs, IVs, and Garchomp outspeeds my whole team, and they're just so dense.
just gonna say like how competitive their Pokemon are, specifically hers. Like that did kind of take me by surprise the first time or two. I was like, "What the heck is going on?" Like doing like swords dances and like because I remember one of the great things about running the Elite Four and like rematching all the trainers and all that stuff, like in the older Pokemon games, was that they had bad sets and they had bad, like, not EV trained and bad natures and like all this kind of stuff, and that is not the case in this game. Like you could get messed up by the Elite Four, and you're like, what is going on right now? You know, like easy.
But what I think they should did is make the Elite Four basic, and then rematch it, make it more harder like it was. Like because people who are not new to the game, they won't be able to never beat the Elite Four unless they cheat or they have get level 100 somehow.
I was gonna say you really have to. It increases the amount of grinding you have to do before facing them. That's another thing, actually. Speaking of that, that's cool. Is that like pretty much you have like an EXP share that's like always on, that doesn't turn off. So
a lot of people don't like that.
Yeah, so all your Pokemon are getting that XP from every battle, no matter what, which is a good thing because, again, trying to level up in-game and post-game, it's definitely a big advantage when it comes to that. So, yeah, I don't know that I really have too much else to say about the remakes in general. Again, I will say overall I have very positive feelings about them. Again, a little bias thanks to my history with the games and the generation. There are definitely a few drawbacks here. I think most of the negatives we talked about are just kind of nitpicks. Probably the most substantial negatives I have about the game are probably the timer. Then most of the stuff is just kind of little things here and there. Nothing too crazy.
Before we commence the skirt dancing and end it, that's a phrase. What are your opinion on the union room?
I think it's
a lot of people complaining because if you don't, I actually having a rant coming out on Friday.
Okay.
And then another one probably on Monday because I had 2 videos. Basically, the union room is when you look for a battle and you're not using that universal code. If you want to face random people with random Pokemon sets, so you're not facing tryhard, or because the universal code I send you is unofficial Smogon. So people bring Spore and there's no sleep clause at all.
Okay.
So basically they can bring whatever they want. It's an unofficial Smogon tier. So
yeah, I mean, honestly, it'd be nice. Quality control over randos in Wi-Fi battles is always going to be a problem.
They should actually allow to have rooms that access to only trades in battles, not both. This allow you to go in what you want. Like if you want a battle, you look for a battle mostly. Besides using the universal code, but if you in the random room and if you say before we didn't use that code. I didn't use the code. I was looking in random. I was there for like 5 minutes and people freaking zombies looking for trades. So it was.
We'll say, I feel like that could definitely be a lot more streamlined for sure. I don't hate it. I will say that, like, because like I said, to me, like, the online interface on Nintendo in general is always going to be a little bit of a downside to pretty much everything Nintendo does. So I expect a certain level of that. But yeah, I definitely think it could be more streamlined and more user-friendly for sure.
Beano, the bad news about the Union Room right now, and until they even give us an update, they actually, 2 people only allowed in it, and if somebody want to trade, you either leave or suffer until they leave. There's only 2 people allowed in the Union Room. So that sucks because even if you're looking for somebody, say you use the same code, and somebody else using the same code, the rooms varies. There's a lot of room in that code.
Yeah.
Like if 3 people looking for 1 code, but that's highly unlikely. It's just like it varies on if you get in the room in time, and if the communication setting when you walk in the room, there's a little setting. You have to wait till either somebody pops up, or you have to wait till basically somebody comes, or you just get stuck in the room by yourself. But it's like it's so tedious that way because if you have multiple people and you can see the symbols on top, either trade or battle. So a lot of people tend to forget what symbol is what. The game just came out, so I can give them some slack. So
yeah, I mean, I will say, like, I actually did really like the way that they did it on Sword and Shield, like as far as the online interface goes. I definitely would have liked to see them try to lean more in that direction with the online interface in this game. So I think it'll be something, because like I said, I haven't really used it very much yet, so it'll probably be something that I develop more of an opinion on as I use it more. But yeah, I mean, based on what you're telling me and what I've heard and seen of it, it's not best thing in the world. And you definitely, like, that's the weird thing about Pokemon games is that sometimes, like, generation just gets things right, like one thing right, they like nail it, it's really good, it doesn't need to be changed, and then they still change it in the next game, and it's like, what the hell? Like, why do they keep changing things that, like, if they do something right and they do something well, there's no need to change it, but they change it.
What about your Pokemon following you? Do you like that?
I do like that. Yeah, I've always liked that. I think that's it's a nice touch to any game, and I know it's not in every game, but I do like that. Yes, absolutely.
There's also, they make it a little bit more better than Sword and Shield DLC. Pokemon with fast speed still moving like tortoise.
Yeah, no, they
at least a little bit better, but not as better. I saw some playthrough in Let's Go, so they actually, if you know the old what is it, not Sword and Shield, Hulk Gold and Soul Silver, Pokemon Follow You.
Yes, I was gonna say, I think that was the first game that they had that.
Yeah. So it at least it was better. Surprisingly, that is better than the DLC in Sword and Shield. It's so funny. Back in the old games, the Pokemon actually keep up with you.
Yes, yeah, I think they tried to defend that, I will say I think they tried to make it more realistic as to, like, how fast or slow the individual Pokemon was. Like, they made it so, like, if you have Snorlax following you, for example, it's going to be lagging behind because it's a Snorlax, versus, like, if you have fast Pokemon, like Charizard or whatever following you, it's going to be keeping a lot more. So I think that's just like an intricacy play on their part, which I can't hate. Like, yeah, it gets a little annoying at times.
If you watch Chofu's battle video, it's so funny because every time he walking with a Pokemon, even in this game, there's also a Pokemon sound that the Pokemon coming in and out the ball. I was laughing at that video. I had to react and die laughing. Yeah. Because the Pokemon in this, even hold on, you okay?
Yeah.
Even in this game, laughing. They did a little bit better, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, like it's weird how they go through cycles like that. Like, to me, I think they took like the best elements. If they pick and choose certain elements of certain generations, stick them all together, could have everything as good as it could be as far as like all that stuff, extra stuff, when it comes to the games. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they feel the need to like invent everything. The new generation, even if some stuff doesn't need it. So I think that's to their detriment when they do that. No.
One thing I want to touch on, if you have time, V-Nerd, is the movesets. They took away a lot of good moves from Pokemon. I know Hidden Power is gone, so that doesn't matter with that. I mean, in general, they took away a lot of good movesets from Pokemon that could use the moveset.
Yeah, so it's really feels like Pokemon of old as far as the movesets go, because you're absolutely right. There's a lot of, again, go back to Sword and Shield because it's been the most recent Pokemon game prior to this one. They really did their best, or at least that's how it felt. Felt like they did their best to open everything up and give as many Pokemon as much access to as many different moves as they could, which was cool because it made more Pokemon more competitively viable. Now, back to the remakes, kind of feels like we're going backwards in the sense that these Pokemon don't have access to as many moves as they did, and that's not good.
Like Venusaur doesn't have Earth Power anymore. Weather Ball, I can live without it because Weather Ball Venusaur was broken. It doesn't have Earth Power anymore, by the way, Beanard. It has Earthquake.
That sucks. Yeah, so that
don't die on me.
really hurts the competitive viability of a lot of Pokemon, and yeah, I don't like that because.
But the funny thing is, Beanard, this game is more competitive than any other Pokemon game. The Elite Four is hard. The gym leaders had solid movesets. Wasn't complete shit. But they lack is actually decent movesets. Because a lot of Pokemon, they took away a lot of good movesets from Pokemon.
Yeah, and that's going to make Wi-Fi battles pretty interesting, actually. Because you're going to be struggling with a lot of Pokemon to find decent movesets anymore, so that's gonna shake things up for sure.
Also, they left some new Pokemon. Rotom, they left it with Nasty Plot. That was in Sword and Shielded Land, but they didn't have it in the old game. It did not have access to it, but they pick Nick on what Pokemon they want. They just needles in a haystack.
Pick and choose, yeah. They pick and choose, which is interesting. Another thing that's interesting is that I don't know if you remember this, but they first introduced Rotom. Different forms of Rotom didn't have different types associated.
Yeah, it was just Ghost, but they did that because it helps the meta.
And I was gonna say, I think that was one of the coolest things they ever did with Rotom, was make all the different forms of Rotom have different typings. That was awesome.
They should actually, for Rotom, they should have the free typings. It's literally a ghost possessing a, machine.
Exactly.
They should. I don't know if they're gonna do that for Rotom in the future, because Rotom can be a ghost and whatever form it takes, ghost electric in whatever form it takes. But that'd be like you have to be careful on those dog types. There's only a few in this game.
Yes. Yeah, there's definitely Fairy too. There's a very limited amount of Fairy type Pokemon because back when Gen 4 came out, Fairy didn't exist as a type.
Yeah, they give us that. That's actually not that bad though, to add some fairies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so those are probably when we think about the future of Pokemon and this potential DLC that we might get for in Diamond Shining Pearl. That's probably what they'll be looking to do to even things out. If that DLC is introduce Pokemon like that there aren't a lot of types in Gens 1 through 4.
The good news about the Underground is because if you play through the regular Pearl, there's only like 2 fire types.
Yeah.
So that's why they give us the rest of the Pokemon in Underground. There's and it took forever to get the second fire type.
Yes. There are certain types that are a lot harder to come on. So it's definitely a good thing that they have those Pokemon in the Underground. So, I don't think I really have too much else to say about BDSP at this point. Again, very solid game through and through. Definitely some issues. Most of them are minor, I think. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this game. Like I said, currently I'm still in the post game. I'm grinding. I'm trying
you're training.
Yeah, I'm training to get some competitive teams up and running. Taking longer than I wanted it to, but it is what it is. I'll get there eventually, and then we'll be into competitive Wi-Fi battles. As for the future of Pokemon, we talked about that. We both assume that there is going to be a DLC for BDSP. We also have Pokemon Legends Arceus coming out in about a month at this point.
And next month, and I believe at the end of January.
Yes. Do you plan on getting that, Joey?
Probably not. I could give it a try, then if I don't like it, you're gonna collect dust with the rest of the games I bought.
Yeah, I got it.
I actually bought, I don't know if you heard of it, the game called Last Child. The Last Child. So I bought that 2 years ago, and it's still plastic inside, in the case. I didn't play it.
Jeez.
Also I bought Yu-Gi-Oh for the Switch.
Okay.
And that was $44. It's like, not too bad for a Switch game.
Yeah, seriously.
And then the Last Child was actually $19. Like, bro, I'm buying that. Hard to find a cheap Switch games.
Gotcha. And no, I don't plan on really getting Arceus either. My girlfriend's actually gonna get it, so I'll let you know how it is. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna be too busy trying to grind to make like one competitive team on.
I hope it doesn't take you that
BDSP.
long, Vino. I hope it doesn't. It doesn't take you like a month to get a team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really close to getting my first team put together, honestly. But after that, it's going to be rough going.
If you want to, because you're not a big fan of cheated Pokemon, I can breed you some Pokemon if you want.
You gotta just gen me all those rare candies, man.
It's hard to do that. It's like one Pokemon. That's a lot of Dittos you're gonna toss away.
Gen me like 100 Dittos holding a rare candy, and I'll be good.
I don't have time for that. I'm still have to make 2 teams for myself.
I know, it's all good, man.
Also, I work in my building.
No, I know, it's all good, man.
So yeah, back to topic of the Pokemon. Enough, back daily lives. Haha.
Yes.
So yeah, the graphics is good. There's a few bugs that they should fix again. They actually did give us a patch.
Like 2 patches, I think.
No, the worst part is when you buy the game, it came with a patch. That's funny. As soon as you buy a new game, it comes with a patch.
Though, I think.
It was so funny. It looked like they rushed the game so fast.
Yeah, well, that's the way they do the development on all
They
these
did that
new
with
games,
Sword and Shield. Even people say that we don't mind reading. It doesn't come every 2 or 3 years or 1 year.
Yeah.
Because it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm of the mindset that I wouldn't mind waiting a little bit longer if they took a little more time to iron out all the kinks in these games before cranking them out. Like, at the same time, I understand that, like, I guess that's just the way that business goes, and that's the way the world turns anymore, and that's just how companies work. And like I said, getting back to Pokemon, like, it seemed like Pokemon was one of the last games to kind of adopt that mindset, but eventually I guess they all come around to doing things that way, which I don't prefer it for sure, but just is what it is, you know. That's just the way that gaming is in 2021, about to be 2022 soon.
What I'm predicting is you have to buy Legend Arceus to get Arceus. Lucky for you, you can just ask your girlfriend to use her account on your Switch to have the save file.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, we're gonna do that because he needs save data from Sword and Shield and remember to get Mew and Jirachi. You have to have Let's Go and Ito Sword and Shield. I was just gonna say they've been doing that a lot lately, and then they did that on Sword and Shield too. Like they gave you free Pikachu, I think it was, or Eevee if you've had Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee save file.
Also, remember the Ask You Ninja? That's you have to have a game. You have to have the demo.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, and I didn't have that, so I didn't get that. So
Oh,
that sucked.
somebody, I think my friend gave me one because you can just, keep, you can actually keep getting them.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's interesting. Doing that a lot more anymore, for sure. So they're trying to promote themselves in any way they can, I guess. So, um,
So, yeah, are you okay?
yeah, I'm good. I was gonna say, I think that's a good place to leave it, honestly. I'm looking forward to the future of Pokemon. I'm excited to start getting into some Wi-Fi battles on BSP because it's definitely a whole different meta. I didn't play competitively back in the day of the original Gen 4 games, so this is mostly more or less like a return to that. So I'm interested to kind of go ahead and get into that. Although, actually, I should say I started playing competitively more around like the
Platinum?
Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Oh.
I think little bit in Platinum, but not really. It was really Heart Gold, Soul Silver that I got into the competitive battling. So I'm interested, and obviously I wasn't a YouTuber back then, so I'm interested to revisit that whole thing now that I'm a YouTuber. And I'm also interested to see if they're gonna when they're gonna crank out some DLC.
The good thing they didn't bring back is from the old game is the Wonder Launcher. I don't know if you remember that.
What now?
The item called the Wonder Launcher when you battle people. Basically, you battle them and you can use items from your bag.
Oh yeah, I remember that was awful. I'm glad that's not like that. Game would never end. You just have like 1,000 full restores in your bag. And the game would just never end. So that can't be a thing.
No, thank God they didn't bring that back. That was awful.
Yeah, no, never. So
never.
But yeah, I think that'll about do it.
Well,
so
Bino, one item that you forgot that they should bring back, but it's not in this game yet, is Eviolite. Unless you're happy it gone.
Oh no, I like Eviolite. So yeah, I guess that's the other thing we want to touch on real fast before we go is as far as like the limitations of the items and the moves and all that kind of stuff. I do wish that they would bring more of that stuff in, and maybe if they do a DLC, they will. But as of right now, it just kind of is what it is. Like, I know they're trying to go back to Gen 4 as much as they can, so I can't be too mad about that. But at the same time, there are items like that yes, I would definitely like to have them in the game. And
I'm not missing Weakness Policy, but I did a video on that, but Weakness Policy is a bit broken because you click on the right move and you get +2 attack and special attack.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of good stuff like that for sure, and I mean, it's just one of those things that like I wish, maybe not specifically Weakness Policy. I don't miss Weakness Policy specifically, but there are a lot of things like Eviolite and stuff that I would like to have back in the game, and I guess if, like I said, if they do a DLC, we might get some of that stuff back. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
And sadly enough, they took away Defog from Rotom, until Home comes out.
Yeah, that's weird. Rotom always used to get Defog, I think.
Only in Omega Ruby when they had when you get battle points. You okay?
Is it? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm good.
But they took away Defog from Rotom.
Yeah, no, now that you mention it, did take away a lot of like toxic. I think
toxic. There are only a few Pokemon that get toxic and knockoff.
I was just gonna say every Pokemon got those moves back in the day, and now they don't have them anymore. So I will say, I actually kind of like that. Like, I didn't like how every Pokemon could learn toxic back in the day. I hated that. I absolutely.
But the good news about that being is if they're not a poison type, it has a chance of missing.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm just saying, I really didn't like how, every Pokemon got it, so I'm actually glad that Pokemon don't get it now. A lot of less Pokemon get it now.
What about knockoff?
Kind of the same thing, because, moves, from a competitive standpoint, moves like that are just pretty broken, you know? So I think if every Pokemon has access to those moves, it just kind of like over-centralizes the meta. So now Pokemon that who have access to those moves become more of a commodity because they're not so widely available.
Groudon is broken with knockoff. Adaptability knockoff with one-shot everything on your team.
I'm just gonna say that thing is pretty damn scary.
Yeah, I had to face one. They almost one-shot my max defense season.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's Groudon is definitely one of those Pokemon that is a force to be reckoned with.
Also, they kept the same nerf for the they kept not nerf the buff. In the old games knockoff, it used to be base 20, I believe, or something like that. Now it's the same base as the Edo games. They brought that back from the Edo games. Ain't it like 70 or something like that? Or how much is it
65, now? I think it's 65.
But it's still broken. It does double if your opponent has an item.
Yep. Yeah. No. It is.
And especially on Groudon. Groudon has adaptability. Not in living if it's super affected.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how the meta shapes up on this game in Wi-Fi battles for sure.
The game is, they did bring back a terrains, but Pokemon have to learn it regularly or just breed it. Oh well, me, I'll probably gen it. Trains are back, but no Pokemon can set them up like Lele and all that. That's new to this game.
No Tapus for right now. Although I'm sure that when they come out, when they do a DLC, they're going to bring all them in that. I'm sure. There's no such thing. Pokemon never met a legendary it didn't like. So.
No, a lot of people don't like Lele. It's hard to search in.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of all that's too many legendaries, but it is what it is.
Yeah, right now there's only like 10 Ubers or some of that. That's about it.
Yeah, the less Ubers, the better. That's for sure. Oh.
And getting them all, like you have to go to one spot. You have to, basically when you beat the Elite Four, you have to go to the resort area and. In underground there, you have access to finding the item you need to get a legendary.
Yeah, we already talked about that. I believe the Romanos Park, which I think is a cool part of the game for sure.
I find it very tedious.
It is tedious, but I do like the way they did that. I mean, I don't mind a moderate amount of grinding to get something cool. It can't just be too much grinding for basic stuff like the battle tower. That I don't like. Romanos Park, if it's moderate amount of grinding for some rare and cool stuff, I'm okay with that.
So last thing because the video is like over an hour. Oh, hold on, are you okay?
Yeah, I think
the legendaries that you can obtain. The legendaries that you can attain. What are your opinion on that?
I think it's good. Like I said, the fact that it's very true to the originals, where you can obtain everything that was obtainable in Generation 4, like everything that's 1 through 4, because it's a Generation 4 remake, obviously, it makes sense. I'm okay with it. And then, like I said, if they do a DLC that gives us some of the cool stuff from Generations 5 through 8, I'm good with it.
Shaman Celebi, I'll see us probably when the game come out, but not sooner. I know for a fact we're getting Shaman on the 28th of January. It'll be either a code or something, or you go to EV Game. I'm not sure if they're going to do it. They might have a code giving out.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
That's 28th of January. I saw online, and I watched PokeMD channel. Shaman I can't wait to use Shaman.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Shaman. I think I mentioned this before, maybe even in the last video with you actually, but I am a big fan of Shaman. I never used one competitively, so I'm definitely looking forward to the event so I can grab mine and use it competitively.
Before we're gonna end it after this because I keep saying that, and you're pretty sure you want to get ready for bed. How do you find the battle animations? Like the animation of each move, like does it take forever? Do you like the new upgrade of the move set and the old one?
So as far as the battle animations go, I actually do enjoy most of I think just about all the new battle animations are a lot more intricate. Like a good example of that is Flare Blitz. I think I really like how they do that, and and honestly, most of them I think are pretty cool, and I do like. So yeah, I'd have no problems.
I actually missed the old flare blitz because it literally, if you saw the old animation, it's actually basically, you go in at the target and then there's fire flash like on the side, but they may cause some seizures, so they probably changed that for that reason.
Possibly, yeah.
No, because it flashed fire on the side, basically a flare blitz. It became a blitz basically, so they may change that because of the seizures.
Yeah, maybe.
The flashing lights.
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible. I mean, they've changed stuff for less, so who knows? Yeah, but no, there's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of stuff to look forward to, and a lot to be excited about, I think, for sure, as far as this goes, as far as the new generation goes. So...
Alright, so we can end it there. Beanard, if you want, we can do another one, but this is up to you. When you play the game more, and you can give us your more opinion on it, but it probably won't be as long.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've given my opinion pretty well. The only thing that I really couldn't have, like, a full opinion on is, like, the Wi-Fi functions, because that's the one thing on the game that I haven't really personally done too much. But based on everything I've read and seen of it, I think I've developed a relatively adequate perception of it. I think the timer's gonna suck, but it is what it is.
Well, and, actually, Beano, I did over 100 battles already. It hasn't been uploaded yet. Well, in one day I had to edit 76 videos. I did that in like two videos and a half. I almost died. I was burned out. I had to edit. Dude. If you saw some of my new battles, I edit them a lot. I add effects.
Yeah, no. I've watched a few of them. And, I've noticed you've definitely taken it up a notch with your editing.
And the quality is a lot better.
Yes, which is good.
The quality of battles got a lot better because, Sword and Shield was just terrible. So let's, we're gonna end it there, because, unless you have any more things to say, B-Nerd?
No, I think I'm good. I'm ready to call it. So I think we pretty well covered everything, so... I think the overall game definitely has a few issues, but very good game overall, and definitely looking forward to getting into the Wi-Fi battles and seeing what the future holds for potential DLC and future games. So, that'll do it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share the video if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new videos in the future. I'd like to thank my guest, Joey Fontaine, for showing up to discuss Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and all things Pokemon. Thank you, Joey.
Vinod, before you close your camera, do you mind I'm going to ask people as well, because we both uploaded probably the same day or the day after, I don't know. We could do it the same day if you want. You can just plan on... I have to edit mine. Haha. I'm kidding. I don't need to do a lot of editing. What we can do is ask what people think of their opinions, because we want... I don't know. I like feedback from most of my videos. I'm not sure about you. So if YouTube doesn't close my... If YouTube doesn't close my chat, I just have to reopen it. Guys, drop your opinions and what do you think about the game as well.
Yeah, definitely. I am big on fan interaction as well. So, yes, if you guys want to leave in the comment section how you feel about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, please feel free to do so.
And thank you for having me, Beanard.
No problem, buddy. You got it. It was a blast.
Yes.
Talk. So, that's it. And we'll see you next time. Alright.
Are you good?
Yeah, we're good, man.
So, do you want to call it a night, or you want to talk to me more?
I'm gonna run to the bathroom, actually. So.
I'm still recording. You don't need to tell... I don't think people want to get this far down here.
I wasn't gonna stay on camera or on chat.
I need to change my phone. My phone says 1969 and 12 and 31. That's hilarious. It's not even 1969. Are you kidding me?
It's hilarious.
I don't know why it says that, but my counter's on the right day.
Interesting.
I don't know
All right, man.
why.
Well, thanks for doing that. I'll talk to you again soon, and take it easy. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. If you want any Pokemon, let me know, Beanerd. I can help you get Pokemon. Or breed you mine, and you can do what sets you want.
Yeah, just send me those Ditto when you get a chance.
I'm just like tomorrow. I'm very busy. I'm gonna be going up. I'm getting up in the morning and going for brunch at 10 a.m. in a different area from my house.
Yeah, whenever you get a chance.
Then I have a driving lesson at 1 o'clock. I'm leaving early from the brunch because I had to I have to see my friend say he doesn't mind me dropping me at the metro. He drives, so I can drive. I can drive for him if you want me to. Haha. But yeah.
Even if it's not for a couple of days, it's not a big deal.
Alright. You're not the only one who asked me for Pokemon.
That is true too. Alright, man.
So
Take it easy. Have a good night.
This is from Facebook, Discord. People ask me. It's so I'm busy editing my videos. Like today, I edit like 17 videos.
Wow.
I'm not done yet. I left one out because it was a rematch. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. So I left it out so because I'm gonna get more battles and add that to the other one. I want to have like a time frame of each battle.
Gotcha.
So I battled somebody named Kevin21. He's a YouTuber.
Gotcha.
I got lucky in the room.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, he battled me twice because he didn't want to leave and I didn't want to leave.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'll let you go then. See you, Beanerd. I'm gonna close the camera as well. Just rolling.
Alright, dude, take it easy.
I'm gonna get some kicks from you. Hey man, bye, Beanerd. You want to say goodbye to the audience? Oh, why is it? Hey, bye, Beanerd. Oh, he already gone. Bye, guys.